First, the headlines: Restore peace in Manipur, resettle IDPs. The Northeast students demands the centre and the state government. The influx of illegal immigrants with fake Aadhaar cards is a big threat, says the Chief Minister N. Biren Singh. There is no need for AFSPA in Nagaland, says MP Jamir. Israeli strike in northern Gaza kills at least 60, officials says. A very good afternoon. You're watching the 3 p.m. ELITETV English News. I'm your host Dipwarani, here to give you the exact news in detail. Hundreds of students from the Northeast on October 29 participated in a peaceful protest at Jantar Mantar in New Delhi, urging the central and state governments to urgently restore peace in Manipur. They also sought the resettlement of internally displaced victims to their respective homes, highlighting that the 18-month-long crisis has severely impacted the students and youth of the state. Student and youth groups, Manipur Innovative Youth Organization, Mayond, and the United Cutting Students, UNICAS, both based in Delhi, organized a peaceful protest titled Save Manipur, No Compromise on Manipur's Territorial Integrity. Speaking at the protest, Abhijit Chavra, historian and geopolitical analyst, said Manipur's peace and harmony are of paramount importance and must be prioritized. The indigenous people must maintain unity by setting aside differences introduced as a result of the British occupation. Elements that seek to create anti-national sentiments must not be allowed to succeed. The Indian national interest and the interests of Manipur's indigenous people are one and the same. Furthermore, Col Kishore Chand, retired, said government agencies have been working relentlessly to solve the burning issues and mitigate the hardship faced by the IDPs and victims of violence. We are confident that perpetrators of these heinous crimes will be brought to book and justice will be delivered to the wronged. Other speakers at the event included Col Shanti Kumar Sapam, retired social activist Elizabeth K.H. and Rajshri Kumari, and Dr. M. Ojit Kumar Singh, assistant professor at Delhi University. The organization reiterated the stance which states that any form of division, whether territorial or ideological, only serves to weaken the fabric of society. Manipur Chief Minister N. Biren Singh, in its speech on Tuesday, asserted that influx of illegal immigrants with fake Aadhaar cards is a big threat to the indigenous population of the state. Singh reiterated that his government had launched a war on drugs to save the present and future generations. In his speech after attending a virtual event of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, which was launched, inaugurated and laid foundation stone for multiple projects related to the health sector worth over rupees 12,850 crores at All India Institute of Ayurveda, New Delhi yesterday. The Chief Minister attended the event through video conferencing from District Hospital, Thoubal, where the Prime Minister also laid the foundation stone of critical care block of the district hospital to be constructed under PM Abhim. His government is committed to protect the indigenous people of the land, he said, and added that how can we accommodate all illegal immigrants entering the state? The Chief Minister said that his government has also imposed strict legislation on buying and selling of land in the state. A cabinet subcommittee has been formed to deal with land transactions, and prior approval of the committee to any land transaction has been mandatory. The Sports Authority of India, SAI, Northeast Regional Centre, NERC, and National Centre of Excellence, NCOE, today jointly organized Fit India Swasthya Freedom Run 5.0 at SAI Complex, Takir. Laishram Samritya Assistant Director Khelo India, Sai NERC, Imphal; Shivam Yadav, Assistant Director Coaching and Infrastructure, Sai NERC, Imphal; Laijing L, Maring Assistant Director Pers and Admin, Sai NERC, Imphal, and many staff and players took part in the event. As part of the event, the dignitaries, staff and players took oath to work out exercises at least 30 minutes to keep the body fit every day. The Fit India run was started from athletic ground and merged at the main gate of the complex. As part of the event, many players who brought laurels for the state of Manipur were honored. Speaking to media persons, Laishram Samritya, Assistant Director of Sai NERC, spoke about the main objective of organizing the event in detail.
Masigi akoina pangthok se Fit India gi 5.0 version Swachhta Freedom Run hai tare. The point of this yam simple program da fitness habagi as a movement se apagi isa da inculcate tawna ba du habit ki matang da akoina past personalities, athletes, achievers, adagi isa gi staff members, family, friends invite tarwa tawjabani. Adda mayam haraura participate tawire. So koi gi message ma thamjabadi akoi Fit India page ma logjai. Madda tawise akoina every day 30 minutes ki fitness participate to badang natana akoina self assessment ama tawjab hai tare. Adu gi do to view aduga as well as koi gi near and dear family members, neighbors to impress over sigi message ani ji.
Manipur's Tamenglong District Magistrate Dr. L. Angshim Dangshawa prohibited the use of crackers and firecrackers across the district during Diwali in view of the volatile law and order situation in the state. This comes after Tamenglong Superintendent of Police proposed a ban on the sale and use of firecrackers during the approaching festival. In an official order directed to the public in general, the District Magistrate of Tamenglong noted that most regions of Manipur have been designated as disturbed areas where there is a possibility that crackers and fireworks could be misused to cause panic and chaos among the public or to divert security forces and create a situation that could injure people. Whereas it is noted that most parts of the state of Manipur have been notified as a disturbed area. Therefore, in view of the prevailing armed insurgency in the state, there is possibility of misuse of crackers and or fireworks by various vested interests with a view to cause annoyance or panic or confusion amongst the public, or even to divert security forces as a result of such mischief or confusion with a view to cause injury or loss of lives and property elsewhere, the order read. Nagaland's Lok Sabha MP S. Supongmaran Jamir on Tuesday said with the ongoing ceasefire between the centre and Naga underground groups and the peace process in progress, there is no need for AFSPA in the state. Jamir was addressing the 78th Foundation Day of the Naga Students Federation NSF, an apex youth and students body representing Naga communities in 4 states, Arunachal, Assam, Manipur and Nagaland, as well as parts of Myanmar. The NSF was formed in 1945 to advocate for the rights of Nagas and their protection. He said at least 5 Naga national political groups have been in ceasefire with the centre since 1997 and ongoing dialogues aim to resolve the complex issue. Therefore, he argued that there is no need for the Armed Forces Special Powers Act in Nagaland. AFSPA was extended in 8 districts of Nagaland to 6 more months on September 26. He called upon the incumbent leaders to raise their voice against AFSPA and also to press the state government to approach the centre to revoke the act from Nagaland. Asking past and senior leaders of NSF not to deviate from the welfare of Nagas, Jamir appealed to them to be senior and dedicated. Delivering the NSF presidential address, Medovi Ree said, "We celebrate not only the passage of time but the enduring legacy of unity, resilience and vision that the NSF represents. Since its inception, the Federation has embodied the collective strength and aspirations of the Naga people, standing as a beacon of hope and voice for the rise and nationhood of Nagas," he said. Nagaland's former Chief Minister S.C. Jamir asserted that statehood was not a natural development. Rather, it was achieved through a political agreement between the Nagas and the centre. Addressing the 60th anniversary celebrations of the Nagaland Legislative Assembly, Jamir stated that the political agreement resulted in statehood on December 1, 1963, even though there was initial reluctance to join the union. Following the first elections in January 1964, the inaugural assembly convened on February 11, 1964. He stated that Nagaland was established through political negotiations at the Prime Minister's level, further explaining that Article 371A clause, which is included in the Constitution to protect religious and social practices as well as land rights, was recognized by the centre, making it a unique development for Nagaland. Nagaland Governor La Ganesan remarked that the occasion not only celebrates 6 decades of governance but also honors the enduring spirit of democracy. Meanwhile, Chief Minister Neferio commended the NLA for its legacy of dignity and respect, expressing confidence that it would continue to uphold the values. We honor the pioneering leaders and the architects who left us an indelible mark on our state's history. I'm grateful to the former assembly members and their family. May we strengthen our bond as we continue our journey of service to the people with renewed integrity and compassion, Rio said. Now we're taking a short break. We'll be right back.
Pengba Kabak, Ningol Chakobugi Oina Lejeri, Kumchi Sahigi Oina, Mapung Mari Paraba, Pengba Amadi Kabak, Gram Chahum the Gina Gram Changaki Batak Chauraba, Pengba Simi, Mapung Mari Paraba, Pengba Amadi Kabak Asi, Ningol Chakobugi Damak, Supnagi, KG the Lupa, Chatruk the Pangan Jagadi, Nasimak ordered Togi Horo, Akak never KG Masingni, Pang Pam, Soibam Sur Chandra Pengba Pam, Hiangta.
Ningol Chakauba amadi Diwali kumaida relief camp te leiriba ichelenau singna saba polam sing leibiu Manipur Handloom and Handicraft Development Corporation na nauna branded tauraba sumna khaktagi lupa lising amadagina lising amaka chamri fawada mamal oiba combo gift pack phangbigani masida nimit khuding sizinariba dhup thaumai fi sunanaba kon fengnanaba haksang loinaba sapon final fajaraba bag amada yauri Amaromda State Handloom Expo October 13 dagi November 3 fauba Iboy amasumang lila sanglen da pangthokjaragani Manipur Handloom and Handicraft Development Corporation Pauna Bazar na sinba mela asida numit khudingi sizinaba polam singi mathakta kauna liwa ihongi polam sing yauna Manipur gi relief camp te lebe chele naw sing na saba polam kaya ama uchagani mela asibu yengbalak piyo amadi miyamna relief camp te lebe chele naw sing na sem sajari ba polam sing asi leibiduna pungning thogat piyo thauna ha piyo haina paujenjari
Chahi asigi kunga mangarak suba World Sight Day English and kunmarigi oina Malem Sinbathungna Love Your Eyes Kids them the pangtokle numit ashina lakpada nahasing amadi angangi eye care to focus togjaduna amadi mitpu pangal kan thamna bagidamakta ingadaba chatna kanglon sing khara thamjadi yariba makai mit sokhan bidaba amadi sokchin kraba mitpu hena sokchin dana bagidamakta doctor na piba correction and prescribed glasses niyom chumna uppiba
Lana Thauram, Taibang Mapokta, Ekogi Irakta Tinzaramba, Nomai Tem Boni Sana Nongdon Amadi, Miamgina Athobo Wahengbam, Sarat Kumar Captain Sopai Bamaite Anina, Taibang Mapugi Punsi Sengjel Luireduna, Hoki Bachachat October Kunhumdo Lisani Supna Kunmari Kumza, Mirathagi Kunithoni Chanba Yumsaki Sakorauda, Mapuna Thaba Chaising Suraduna, Makugi Yabi, Tawaina Mapugi Lekonda, Lairang Lenam Oina Tinzakre. Chaichat October Kuntaret Lisani Supna Kunmari Kumza, Miragi Kuntarukni Chanba, Nomaijin Korauda, Mangani Lehuntam Zaraga, Lakliba Chaichat November Ani Lisani Supna Kunmari Kumza, Yangai Noma Chanba Tangza Korauda, Lekidaba Makui Anigi Poknapam Singda, Lana Tauram Pangtok Saragani, Numit Asida Lekidaba Makui Anigi Yabi Tawaina Mapugi Lekonda, Ing Nachikna Lezaruna Bagidama, Ngamzaba Hairang Lerang Zaduna, Taibang Pan Mapugi Minkaigaloinana, Tengbang Mapugi Kuyaka the Kachagadori, Lekidaba Anigi Poknapam Lamdam da Pangtok Kadaba Tauram Sing Asida, Ahalaman Ipa Ipal Ima Iben Ichi Ichal Maruk Mapiza Amadi, Inglingai Matamda Sakang Maikang Nazaramba, Kwai Kibikna Matam Sana Lengbirakuna, Mapugi Mikhairul Tabiranaba, Pauzanzari. Punimzari Basing, Wahengmum Ombi Jina Laima Loinabi, Wahengmum Deb Sing Maitei, Apokpa, Wahengmum Ombi Memsa Debi Apokpi, Hiangnam Awang Laikai. Nolokzari Basing, Nomai Tem Razu Maitei Mapa, Nomai Tem Ombi Sangita Laima Mama, Wakai Asangmam Laikai, Imphal East.
Welcome back. Nagaland Chief Minister Nefirio has asserted that legislators from various parties will persist in their efforts to advocate for 6 resolutions aimed at the administrative integration of contiguous Naga inhabited areas, highlighting the importance of unity and solidarity. He stated that the Naga integration issue, which emerged after the 16-point agreement was signed between the Nagas and the Centre to recognize Nagaland as a state of the Indian Union on December 1, 1963, is a core part of the larger Naga political movement. Addressing the 16th of the State Assembly in Kohima, CM Rio said, since 1964, the Nagaland Assembly has passed 6 resolutions advocating the administrative integration of contiguous Naga inhabited areas, with the most recent resolution in 2018. We will continue to pursue this goal in the spirit of unity and solidarity. The formation of Nagaland state and the establishment of this assembly are intricately linked with the Naga political issue, which remains central to the purpose and identity of Nagas, Rio said. The Nagaland Chief Minister stated that every assembly has recognized the importance of this issue since attaining statehood, adding that it has been addressing in nearly every session. He said that 17 resolutions which call for peaceful and exclusive negotiations have been passed. The Nagaland Legislators Forum on the Naga political issue has served as a vital facilitator in peace talks, he said. Justifying the House being oppositionless for 2 consecutive terms under his leadership since 2018, Rio said in both the 13 and 14 assemblies, all assembly members have unitedly addressed the Naga political issue. It must be mentioned that the central government has been holding talks with the NSCNIM since 1997 and the Working Committee of the Naga National Political Group since 2017. A framework pact was signed with NSCNIM in 2015 and position agreed with WC and NPGs in 2017. Meanwhile, the then interlocutor for Naga talks and Nagaland Governor R.N. Ravi declared that talks concluded in October 2019. However, the Centre is not accepting the demand of the NSC and IM for a separate flag and constitution for the Nagas, which has been delaying the final solution to the decades-old issue. A poverty-stricken laborer in Assam's Dhemaji district allegedly sold his 25-day-old infant for Rs 30,000, prompting intervention from the Child Welfare Committee, which rescued the baby from the home of a doctor, officials said on Tuesday. District CWC Chairperson Rupali Deka Borgohen said a complaint has been filed at Silapathar police station against the infant's parents, the purchaser and intermediaries involved in the transaction. According to the complaint, the girl was born on October 4 at Assam Medical College and Hospital in Dibrugarh, but the parents Budhiman Bora and Sabita Bora fled shortly after her birth. Borgohen said the father is a daily wage laborer and the family is struggling financially. Child Helpline Dhemaji then conducted an investigation and traced the parents. They were ordered to appear before the CWC, but they disobeyed, Borgohen said in her complaint. However, police claimed that the parents later retrieved the child from the Assam Medical College and Hospital and sold her to Pegu Sorohia and her husband for Rs 30,000. The child was eventually rescued following a tip-off regarding her location at Dr. Chandrajit Dole's residence in Silapathar. Investigation identified two persons, Bubul Bora and Dilip Saikia, as directly involved in the sale of the infant. Authorities are continuing their investigation into the case, police said. The Mizoram Chief Minister Lalduhoma on Tuesday said authorities will review the service of state government employees to identify those who are not fit to continue. Lalduhoma, speaking at an economic summit here, said all departments have been directed to form service review committees. The committees will identify employees who are not fit to continue the service or to be employed under the state government, he said. The state government will take steps to terminate such employees if necessary, the CM said. The Mizoram government has also decided to strictly monitor all development projects in the state, Lalduhoma said. The Chief Minister said from now onwards, departments shall submit project proposals to the centre through the state's planning department. Meghalaya's Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma has assured Samagra Shiksha Abhiyan teachers that the government will soon roll out a policy to provide them with job security. Speaking with delegation of the Meghalaya SSA School Association in Tura, the Chief Minister stated that he would invite the teachers for a detailed discussion before arriving at a policy aimed at regularizing services. This comes as the Teachers Association issued a 2-month ultimatum to the state government to develop the policy that will secure the positions of over 13,000 SSA teachers in Meghalaya. Meanwhile, after a meeting with CM Sangma, the president of the Meghalaya SSA Schools Association, Aristol C. Rimbai, said that the meeting was productive, further expressing hope for a policy to safeguard the teachers' security. Earlier, on October 24, the Meghalaya Cabinet approved a measure on raising the upper age limit to 45 years for serving SSA teachers applying for government teaching positions. The decision affects recruitment across all levels from lower primary to higher secondary schools. Education Minister Rakam A. Sangma announced the policy change following a cabinet meeting chaired by Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma in North Garo Hills district. The relaxation specifically targets current SSA teachers who were appointed through proper channels. The disengagement process between India and China on the line of actual control in eastern Ladakh was completed on Tuesday, after which the two armies started verification of positions and dismantling of infrastructure by each other, defense sources said. The sources added that the dismantling of temporary structures in Depsang Plains and Demchok is also complete, and a certain amount of verification has already taken place on both sides. The verification process is being done physically as well as being used unmanned aerial vehicles. Troops on both sides have been withdrawn to be stationed at depth in the rear locations as part of the disengagement process. The patrolling, which will be undertaken to points hitherto inaccessible since April 2020, will be done by small parties of troops numbering around 10 to 15 soldiers. India and China have been locked in a military standoff along LAC in eastern Ladakh following Chinese incursions over 4.5 years ago. Now we're taking another short break. We'll be right back.
Everyone, please welcome Adinko.
Live Tharadi Miyamda Asengba Adu Haibiyu. Dukan Yaurakanda Masidadi offer laitena soidana hairakani. HG Cassette Gallery da amutang linkshin birau. Online price da mobile khudimak loina phangbigani. Hojik se wanaba matamnina loan gi khudong chabasu aikhoigi maikai dagi pizari. MI gi phone laiba singi su lucky draw laizai. Chahi loramdai asida adomgi daw adu yabra haina amuktang yengbiu. Car, bike, mobile na jingbasing phawba yana leiri. Ningol chakaubagi special offer gi mathakta aikhoigi store gi oinasu lucky draw tawjari. Lucky draw asigi first prize na 32-inch TV, second prize na induction, third prize na rice cooker ni. Singjamai supermarket ta laiba education gallery da lengshin biraktuna khudong chaba ase lawbiho.
Makhal kaya gi award fangaba education gallery ni. Chahi taragi mathakta education gallery na mobile store asida matam nga chanaba mongda offer amadi discount kaya piduna lakchari. Sale khudong cha double su loan da mobile lawbi ba yagani. Discount piba khatang natana lucky draw tawduna miyamda khudol kaya am su pijari. Miyam su Singjamai supermarket ta laiba education gallery da utang lingsing birau. Loina na education gallery gi Facebook page asibu follow tawba singi onasu lucky draw amasu thamjari.
Saraswati Institute of Management and Paramedical Sciences, Pangai, Dipwarani East District, opposite to Manipur Police Training Center, MPTC, High River Institute asi.
Government amadi private hospitals in the clinical exposed to booking
affiliated to Manipur University and then recognized by Pharmacy Council of India and then Indian Nursing Council, Masung MNC Manipur Nursing Council. Institute asida fangiba facility sing adadi separate boys and girls hostel, transport facility, amasung 12 hours library facility.
Approved by Ministry of HRD, New Delhi, Government of India.
Mobile furniture na lagliba wedding season asigi anau contemporary wedding set furniture sing puduna lakchari loina na Manipur ihan hanba oina wedding set laibiba matamda 24 karat ki 5 gram ki gold coin free gift oina bizari mayam lengsin biraktuna mobile furniture ki 3rd edition the great wedding sales gold offer asi pre-booking tawbiduna khudong chaba silobi ho
offer asi akupa information khambina bai damakta sangai product laiba mobile furniture la lengsin biro.
Welcome back from the break. Now moving on. Union Minister Rajnath Singh will arrive in Arunachal Pradesh on October 30 for a 2-day visit, during which he will celebrate Diwali with soldiers stationed along the India-China border in Tawang. He is accompanied by Union Minister Kiren Rijiju. Moreover, Manipur Chief Minister N. Biren Singh will also visit Tawang during this time. Singh announced on his official X handle that he will also attend the inaugural ceremony of a museum dedicated to the brave Indian Army officer Major Ralengnau Bobkhating. He also stated that he will interact with security forces personnel who are deployed in the region. He wrote on X, leaving New Delhi for Tawang on a 2-day visit to Arunachal Pradesh. Looking forward to interact with armed forces personnel and attend the inaugural ceremony of a museum dedicated to brave Indian Army officer Major Ralengnau Bobkhating. Asserting that it is his government's commitment to providing employment to a maximum number of youngsters, Prime Minister Narendra Modi said on Tuesday that a system is being created that gives opportunity to every youth and allows them to fulfill their aspirations. Addressing a Rozgar Mela after distributing appointment letters for the government jobs to over 51,000 people, he spoke of his government's efforts to boost the presence of new technologies and modern sectors such as space and semiconductors so that new employment opportunities are created. In his video address, Modi said earlier governments lacked in policy and intent, leading to India falling behind the world in rising sectors, including in modern technologies. Old and outdated technologies used to be brought to the country, he added. The Border Security Force in Tripura apprehended a Bangladeshi smuggler and seized 4,000 Yaba tablets from his possession. Acting on specific input, the security forces personnel on October 29 thwarted the narcotics smuggling attempt. 4,000 Yaba tablets worth Rs 80 lakhs were seized. On 29 October 2024, vigilant troops of BSF Tripura successfully thwarted an attempt of narcotics smuggling on Indo-Bangladesh border. One Bangladeshi smuggler was apprehended along with 4,000 Yaba tablets valued at 80 lakhs rupees. Earlier on October 27, security forces detained 15 people, including children, in 2 separate operations along the India-Bangladesh border in Tripura, officials reported. 9 Bangladeshi nationals were apprehended at Agartala railway station during a routine check by border security forces mobile checkpost. The suspects, recently released on bail, admitted to planning a permanent settlement in Kolkata. In a significant move aimed at benefiting consumers and petrol pump dealers alike, oil marketing companies (OMCs) have announced an increase in the dealer commission payable to petrol pump operators. This decision is coupled with a strategic intrastate freight rationalization designed to support customers in remote areas who are often far away from OMC depots. As a result, petrol and diesel prices are expected to decrease in various regions across the country. Petroleum and Natural Gas Minister Hardeep Singh Puri took to Twitter to commend the OMCs for this decision, emphasizing its potential impact on approximately 7 crore citizens who frequently fuel retail outlets daily. He highlighted that this long-awaited adjustment, pending for 7 years, is set to enhance service quality for dealers and their nearly 10 lakh employees working at over 83,000 petrol pumps nationwide. Puri noted that the groundwork for these historic changes was laid through positive interactions between the Modi government and petrol dealer associations, which led to the withdrawal of pending legal disputes regarding the marketing discipline guidelines. However, he mentioned that the implementation of these changes will be deferred in poll-bound states and constituencies. An Israeli strike on a 5-story building where displaced Palestinians were sheltering in the northern Gaza Strip killed at least 60 people early Tuesday, more than half of them children and women. Gaza's health ministry said. In a separate development, Lebanon's militant group Hezbollah said it has chosen Sheikh Qassem as its new top leader following the killing of Hassan Nasrallah in Israeli airstrike last month. The group said in a statement that Hezbollah's decision-making Shura Council elected Qassem, who had been Nasrallah's deputy leader for over 3 decades, as new Secretary General. Hezbollah vowed to continue with Nasrallah's policies until victory is achieved. Dr. Marwan Al-Hams, director of the Field Hospitals Department at the Gaza Health Ministry, announced a toll from Tuesday's strike in the northern town of Beit Lahia at a news conference. He says another 17 people are missing. The ministry's emergency service says the dead include at least 12 women and 20 children, including babies. There was no immediate comment from the Israeli military, which has been waging a large-scale operation in northern Gaza for more than 3 weeks, targeting that it says are pockets of Hamas militants who have regrouped there. The dead included a mother and 5 children, some of them adults, and a second mother with her 6 children, according to an initial casualty list provided by the emergency service. Dr. Hossam Abu Safia, the director of the nearby Kamal Adwan Hospital, said it was overwhelmed by the wave of wounded people from the strike. Israeli forces raided the medical facility over the weekend, detaining dozens of medics. The Israeli military has repeatedly struck shelters for displaced people in recent months, saying it carried out precise strikes targeting Palestinian militants and tried to avoid harming civilians. The strikes have often killed women and children. For ELITETV News Channel, contact to the email address info@elitetv.in or 9402890982 and subscribe to ELITETV YouTube channel or follow on Facebook page, Instagram and X for more information about the channel. Now before we wrap up, let's look at the headlines once again. Restore peace in Manipur, resettle IDPs, the Northeast students demands the center and the state government. The influx of illegal immigrants with fake Aadhaar cards is a big threat, says Chief Minister N. Biren Singh. There is no need for ASPA in Nagaland, says MP Jamir. Israeli strikes in northern Gaza kills at least 60, officials says. Now that is all for the hour. Thank you for watching. There will be more updates at 6 p.m. primetime ELITETV English News. Till then, keep watching, stay tuned, and stay safe.